Burt Malkiel, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Your book is actually, it's pretty funny. It's a little saucy sometimes, your book. I mean, you say no one in finance can really forecast the future, or at least they can't do it successfully, consistently. You know, I think you use the word genius in quotation marks, and you give it to Ponzi schemers and whatnot. Right now, are there any actual individual geniuses on Wall Street? You know, real human geniuses. Maybe AI is a genius we've been all waiting for. Can you identify any current geniuses on Wall Street right now?
Well, as you know, I put genius in quotes because I'm not sure there are geniuses in the market. And I've always said I would much rather be lucky than smart. Are there some hedge fund people who have, in fact, made a lot of money? George Soros bet against the British pound and made a lot of money. There were people who sold short in 2000 and made a lot of money. But I am not willing to say that they were geniuses. I want to say that they were lucky, because for every one of them, there was a hedge fund that in fact lost money. No, I don't think there are geniuses. I think there are a lot of very smart people on Wall Street, but it is not possible to predict the future. And, you know, it's kind of very interesting how you talk about AI. I recently had to give a presentation on the economic outlook. Mm-hmm. And I thought, you know, just for kicks, I will go to ChatGPT and I will ask, can you give me an outline of what I should say? And actually, ChatGPT gave me a wonderful answer. It was a one-sentence answer. I cannot predict the future.
It might not necessarily qualify as genius, but you're able to write about Wall Street with clarity, which is really unusual, because Wall Street, and I suffer from this myself, you know, you speak to Wall Street executives and they absolutely fetishize complexity. Why does Wall Street like to make things sound so complicated? Is there something sinister or something that has to do with the ego?
Whether it's sinister, but this is a very highly paid profession. And someone like me who says, listen, don't listen to anybody. Just buy a simple index fund and keep on investing period after period. If I'm charging you 2% a year to manage your money, I want you to think you can't do it yourself. So sure, you've got a vested interest. This is a very highly paid profession. And these guys do very, very well. Is that sinister? You know, I don't know. You call it sinister, anything you want, but is there an incentive to make it seem like it's very complicated, that ordinary people can't do it themselves? I think that's absolutely right.
The honest truth is, it's not necessarily that I think that the aura of complexity on Wall Street is coming from a sinister place. It more like it makes me feel bad or makes me feel dumb, and that I appreciate that your book is sort of written so that I can understand it. But it does make me think about exclusion in a small way, because so many stocks are owned by so few people in this country, because the very wealthiest people in America have such giant portfolios, that when the stock market goes up, inequality goes up too. Is there anything that can be done to change that in the future?
One of the things that's impressed me throughout my life is really how capable so many people are. And I think to the extent that we can eliminate discrimination, I mean, for example, opening up our jobs, our economic opportunities to women has been a very good thing, and I think has been generally helpful for women. I think it's the same sort of thing in terms of racial discrimination. I am absolutely convinced that rather than there being just a small coterie of geniuses, that intelligence is very widely distributed in our population. And so my own sense would be the more we can do with education, the better.
Why is it that we need geniuses, or really just the concept of genius? Is it like the way we need heroes and heroism, to help just explain the world and
Look,
justify?
I think we need innovators, and I'm not saying that innovation isn't good. We absolutely do, but I'm not going to call them geniuses. And Jack Bogle would certainly never have called himself a genius. But I think we do need innovators. There will undoubtedly be financial products that are actually good for one. I'm not a fan of Bitcoin. I don't think, I don't recommend that any investor buy it. But will there be improvements in the payment system in the future? And will there be digital currencies in the future that are stable and that are useful, as opposed to something that goes up $1,000 or down $1,000 in a day? Absolutely. And there's room for much more innovation in finance. So I think there will be innovation. There should be innovation. I just wouldn't call it genius.
That was great. Burt Malkiel, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed our conversation.
Watch the Businessweek show Thursday nights, 10:30 Eastern on Bloomberg Television or 8:30 on Bloomberg.com or the Bloomberg app on connected TVs.